Hello everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about what it's like to live here in Ottawa when you're not from the Ottawa region. And with us today we have three special guests to help us with that topic. Alright, welcome back everyone, and today once again we are going to be talking about what it's like to live in Ottawa when you're not from the Ottawa region. And today here are my three beautiful guests of honor to tell us what it's like to live in Ottawa. I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Hi guys, my name is Lauren. I'm in my third year of political science with a minor in law, and I am from Montreal, Quebec.
Hello everyone, my name is Emma and I'm in my second year in communications and I'm from Fort Worth, Texas.
Hello, my name is Claire and I'm in my third year of public administration with a minor in management, and I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Beautiful. Thank you ladies again so much for taking the time to answer all of these burning questions from our amazing students that are looking to come to U Ottawa. So let's get started, alright? So our first question comes from @thisisbianca. How is the winter weather? I'm going to point this question over to Miss Fort Worth, Texas, Emma Stack.
I'd say the winter in Ottawa is actually really easy to get used to. Coming from a warm climate, I was kind of nervous, and as long as you dress properly, you can actually have a really enjoyable experience here.
Beautiful, thank you. Now @ugw.marianne is asking, to Claire, I need tips to help moving from Saskatoon to Ottawa and make it way less stressful. So do you have any tips for her coming from the prairies on her way here to Ottawa?
Exactly, yeah. Coming from the prairies as well, it's definitely a big transition, but some tips I could give you from my past experience would definitely just be to plan in advance. So depending on if you're going to be taking a car here, making a little road trip out of it, or if you're doing what I did and flying here, that'll sort of impact how much stuff you can bring with you. So I just chose to fly here, so I was really limited with what I could bring, but don't worry, we do have a lot of things that you can just pick up here. We even have a free store, which is perfect if you're going to be living in residence or living off campus, so you can just check out the free store like I did, and then you don't have to worry about bringing too many large items with you from back home.
I love that. We still have some stuff here in Ottawa too. Exactly. Now our next question comes from @whatEllaFindsFunny and @Barnita_. This is going to you, Lauren. If you don't, for example, have the meal plan, how much do groceries typically cost?
So personally, I have a few tricks to kind of limit how much I spend on groceries per week. So before going to the grocery store, I'll actually make a list of exactly what I want for the upcoming week. And that way, when I get to the grocery store, it takes me max 30 minutes to get exactly what I want. And when I get home, every Sunday, I actually meal prep for the following week. And that way, if I'm ever in a rush or I don't have time to cook on a certain day, then I can just grab something from the fridge that's already prepared and get to class or practice. And that not only saves time, but like I said, it also saves money, because that way I don't have to rely on buying Subway or A&W to kind of fill my hunger on a day that I'm busy.
Now, what's also really important to note, that there is a local grocery store here that offers 10% off for students every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So definitely take advantage of that during those days as well. Awesome. Now @_Kate Cavero is asking, this is open to any of you ladies, what are the best bubble tea shops in Ottawa?
I think anytime after class, when my friends and I want to go for a quick bubble tea, we'll just walk 5 minutes down the road from campus and we'll go to Chai Time.
Oh yes, Chat Time is where it's at. There's also Sip Tea and Thai Tea. Yes, out in the Nepean, if you want to trek all the way there, it's a great spot to go for bubble tea, y'all. Okay. Now our next question comes from @Vivian Miller. This is for you, Lauren. How long does it take to get used to the city and the transport system?
So that's a really good question. Coming from Montreal, I came from one pretty big city to another pretty decent-sized city in Ottawa. So it was pretty easy for me to get used to it. But the other thing that I really appreciate about being at the University of Ottawa is that in your tuition, it's included that you get a bus pass that allows you to get from point A to point B really easily. We also have the LRT, which is new this year, and it's working amazing. But also being in Ottawa, I find it really easy to kind of get from point A to point B by walking, because everything's so close. So I'm sure you guys can attest to that. You can get to class, you can get downtown just by walking, so it's awesome.
Yeah, get those steps in, folks. So get those steps in. Now, at What Ella Finds Funny, hello again, for you, Emma, are there part-time jobs available nearby?
Yes, there is. So actually this past term I worked for Canada Border Services Agency. As a communications student I worked in the Human Resources Hub, so I did a lot of ongoing student recruitment. This was a great opportunity for myself to just delve into the human resources sector and also try out working in the public sector as well for the Government of Canada, which was really awesome. So that job was available to me through FSWAP, which is really great for students in Ottawa, especially living in Canada's capital.
Love that.
There's also tons of job fairs at Rideau Centre, which is our mall that's 2 minutes away from campus. And I know that a lot of my friends actually work at the mall, so that's also a great opportunity to get a part-time job if you want to kind of work off campus.
For sure, and we also have career fairs that happen on campus itself. Great for pointing that out. We have people that come to us here, to this university, to bring the jobs to us, which is great. Now, we're gonna have at Olivia_Omua and at Tara Butler. This is gonna go towards Claire, but anyone please feel free to chime in. They're asking, how hard is it to make friends when you come to U Ottawa, if let's say you don't know anyone really?
For sure. That was exactly the situation I was in when I came here. I knew only one person. So for me, the best advice I could give would be just to get involved. So right in my first year, I started playing intramurals. You can actually sign up as an individual and then they just place you on a team. And 3 years later, I'm still playing with the same Ultimate Frisbee team, which is awesome. Also, I'm in the Glee Club. So we have over 200 clubs on campus. So there's really lots of ways to get involved and make friends through extracurricular activities.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of going off of that, I actually moved to Canada, a whole new country, not knowing anyone, so I decided to go through sorority recruitment, and from there I was exposed to thousands of different people in the Greek community network, and it was a really great opportunity for me to actually meet a lot of my great lifelong friends.
I feel like they covered everything.
Yeah. Awesome, thank you. No, that's all right. Now, this is again open to the whole floor. At Colette M. Barrico and at James D. Dampier, I want to say there's a 4 there, D for MPA. They're asking, what is there to do here in the city of Ottawa? Let's start with Emma.
I think there's a lot to do here in Ottawa. One of my favorite things to do is actually ice skating on the Rideau Canal. It freezes over every winter, and it's just so much fun after class just to go skating with my friends, grab a beaver tail, and it's also something really special that Ottawa has.
If you're a sports fanatic like I am, there's tons of different activities that you can do on campus, and also tons of different sports events that you can go see. So at the University of Ottawa we have tons of events throughout the year because different sports have different seasons. So right now I'm actually looking forward to Capital Hoops, which is when the University of Ottawa faces the University of Carleton in a basketball game. So that'll be really fun. But then there's tons of other sports events outside of U Ottawa, like the Senators. You can always catch a game if you're a hockey fan as well.
Yeah, for me, if you're more of a history or arts fan, we've got a lot of galleries or museums in the capital. So some of the ones close by would be the National Arts Gallery. There's also the War Museum. And a really cool thing that they do will be occasionally, usually once a week on Thursdays, they'll actually offer free entry for university students, which is a great way to sort of get exposed to culture without breaking the bank.
Oh, which is great. Love, those are my favorite days to go to the museums. We actually have a comment for this one. At _Vino97 is asking for a video showing the annex residence. Now, it is one of our brand new residences here at the university, opened 2 years ago. It is beautiful, but I highly recommend to come on February 15th. Again, that is a Saturday, February 15th, come for campus tour, and it is our res day. You can tour the annex, Henderson, and a few more residences as well for that day.
I'm actually going to be working that day, so come to campus and say hi and see what we all have to offer.
Yeah, and if you can't make it out, that's okay. Don't worry, we do have campus tours every Monday to Saturday here at the University of Ottawa. And if you have any other questions about the university, please be sure to find us on Instagram, Facebook, and of course, comment your questions down below. Other than that, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.